All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Learn to Live podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Binion, and hope you guys are having a blessed day. Man, I got a very special guest on today, man. This guy is very dope, seems very humble, and man, I honestly, personally watch his content on TikTok. He's very hilarious, man. He keeps me laughing, and just like I said, all around just a dope dude, man. Let's introduce Josh. How you doing today, Josh?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Sorry for all the audio issues, but now it looks like we're good.
N- Yeah, you
Yeah,
good,
no,
bro. You good. So,
no,
go ahead.
yeah,
My
go ahead.
bad.
No, I was gonna say thanks for having me. I know I said it before, but it's my first time doing a podcast, so I'm glad that you picked me, bro. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's fine. Like I said, it's I try to get people on that's genuine, doing something positive, and I can honestly tell you guys, like I said, I personally watch his content. I kind of just want to take a dive deep into who you are as a person because I know a lot of people see you on social media and it seems like you got it all put together, man. So let's let's kind of know who is Josh. Like, who are you before you got to this point where you at now?
Yeah, man, that's a good question, man. So like I said before, I'm from just born and raised in Texas. Been here 28 years. I'm from a small town, bro. So I always tell people it's kind of hard to get out of a small town, and for anybody that's going to watch this or that's watching, you know what I mean. That it's just either you get stuck or you get out. So I got that mentality, got out of the small little town, and ventured into a bigger city. I'm in Austin now. So I went to school, and what kind of started it off with the camera stuff and everything, man, was I landed a pretty cool job as a camera operator for a news company, man. So I did that for 3 years, and I don't know. Ever since that day, I just kind of fell in love with just being able to just having my video show on TV, and just even if I was just recording like news reporter or like sports and stuff like that, I just kind of fell in love with the camera, and I always kind of wanted to do something better for myself. I'm pretty sure you can probably find several YouTube channels. I've always tried to start content creating, but I never really stuck to it.
Yeah.
And I guess after graduating college and everything, just kind of took it serious, man. And it's been about like 8 months since I've kind of taken content creating serious. I've always been into like short films and just comedy and stuff, and just kind of wanted to figure out a way to kind of like merge it together. And so yeah, that's how I kind of like just took a dive into TikTok, man. I just kind of saw everyone was kind of posting that kind of stuff and decided to jump on in, man.
So I know you say you're from a small town. What small town are you exactly from?
So it's called Dumas, Texas, man. Dumas.
Okay.
Population, yeah, it's probably like 11,000 people there. It's probably a little bit bigger now, but yeah. So I haven't been there in 10 years. So I've escaped for 10 years. I mean, I don't knock it or anything. It's what kind of made me. There's good people there, but as far as just kind of doing something better, I just had to get away. But yeah, Dumas, Texas.
So what made you move to? Did you actually want to stay in the Texas area? Like, what made you want to move to Austin, out of all places? Because you know Texas is pretty big.
Yeah, man, Texas is pretty big. Honestly, I, Texas. I mean, it's kind of hard to leave Texas. You can drive 12 hours and you're still in Texas. But what made me kind of stay is I went to Texas State University, which is like 45 minutes outside of Austin. So when I graduated college there, Austin was just right here, and I just kind of felt like it had the perfect vibes, um, good people. So it just kind of fit where it kind of needed to be at the time.
Now I know you do content creation. Did you go to school for like any type of filmmaking or anything?
So I went to school for PR, man. So public relations. I've always been into like marketing and like advertising and stuff like that. But as far as like content creating, like filming, I took one class in college. It was intro to film, and I guess that's what kind of sparked like my love for like short films and everything. Just kind of like digging into directors, Quentin Tarantino, just falling in love with the art of it. But no, I didn't really major in film. No.
Oh, so you never majored in film.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so what made you? I know you say, because I see you don't do a lot of YouTube. What is it, about the short form content that you love?
Yeah, man. Well, I do love long form content, you know. It's just I feel like TikTok is just like an easier way to kind of put ideas together a little bit quicker. I do plan on getting into YouTube a little bit more. Um, I don't know. I just feel like if I do dive into YouTube, I would want to make the channel a little bit different rather than just short films and stuff like that. So I guess I'm still trying to figure out what I would post on YouTube once I you know go into it with the consistency. But short form content, it just kind of lets my brain's going like 1,000 miles an
Yeah.
hour, so it just kind of allows me to just put everything out every day.
So, what I'm just interested to know with the short form content, where do you get these ideas from? Like, because it's just like I just recently watched one of your short forms, and it was about the not having tissue in the bathroom situation. So, like, does this stuff kind of like just pops up in your head? Like, what is your format to creating these videos?
Yeah, dude, I feel like I'm like a little kid, bro. My imagination is just crazy. But I do tell a lot of people the best stories come from stuff that you've gone through or stuff that you've seen, you know. So that's how it kind of touches a lot of people. So I just a lot of stuff that I've gone through. I mean, we evolved into a point where we ran out of toilet paper, and I just added a little extra sauce with the towel. I don't really do that, but
Oh, okay.
but like so if I ever do run out of toilet paper, for example, in my head I'm like, oh shoot, that's pretty funny. I feel like that's relatable, and so it's just a lot of stuff that I've gone through and that I've seen friends, family members go through, and that's what kind of sparks ideas.
Oh, okay. So I know you say you were in college. Did you ever think about like quitting college in the process of going through it, or you kind of like got really into filmmaking after you graduated?
Yeah, man. So, like I was telling you, I was a camera operator. It didn't really pay that much, and I was like the first generation to go to college, so I had a lot of pressure on me to actually go and finish. So I
Yeah.
pretty much put like film on hold for a few years. Ended up graduating college. It took me 2 years after graduating college. No, actually, maybe 3 years after I graduated college to kind of go back to my roots on what kind of made me happy, which is filmmaking and just creating content. So
Mm.
no, I never really thought about quitting school. I just had a lot of pressure. I felt like if I could do something for my family, it would be at least getting my bachelor's degree. So I did that, and I'm just glad I can come back to my roots now and dive deep and see what I can do from there.
So is content creation like something you doing full time? Because I know typically a lot of people that I communicate with us in the content creation field, they always say you need to have like some other type of source of income because
Mhm.
content creation can be lucrative, but it's not always
Yeah.
consistent. So like, are you full time with what you're doing?
No, not yet, man. That's the goal, right? That's everybody's goal to do full time on this. I actually have a full time job, bro. So I work 40 hours a week, and then I still put in, another 40 hours with this content stuff. So I'm just grinding. The ultimate goal is to eventually do content created full time. I do have an income that I do get from it,
Mm,
but I would need a little safer pocket before actually making the jump.
mm.
But yeah, like you said, bro, it's just up and down with you can't always rely on like brand deals and everything. You do have to have some kind of income that is going to be there monthly. So
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. Like how I'm just because I know you say you work 40 hours a week, but how do you make time to? Because I don't know exactly how you shoot your videos, but if you're shooting a log, you have to color grade it and the
Mhm.
editing, the music. Like when in between do you have time to even accomplish all this stuff?
Yeah, man, uh,
Like
it's
kind of
tough,
walk me
bro.
through a day-to-day life of like what Josh does.
Yeah, so I mean, I go to work. It's an 8 to 5, so I go to work at 8 in the morning. Just do what I got to do. I'm a recruiter, bro. So like, if I finish my work pretty quick, I usually have like maybe like a 3 hour window of just free time at work,
Mm,
and I use that time to, write, put together storyboards and just to kind of format everything. So that's usually what I do. And then once I get off of work, I probably go for a run or work out. I need to get back into the gym because now it's my content does take a little bit longer, so it's kind of hard to manage too many things. But
Mm.
basically, just get off of work, come and film my stuff that I finished during the working hours, and then color grade. And yeah, so I mean, I shoot everything in log, but I usually, when you do this for so long, I pre-save some of my LUTs so I can
Mm.
just kind of slap them on. So it just kind of makes it faster. But I feel like the more you do this, it might seem crazy to other people, but I mean, I've been putting in work with like 8 months, man. So to me, this
Mm.
is it's pretty, it's cake, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you're saying.
so it sounds crazy from somebody that's not really doing this right now, but I mean, to me, it's just kind of like second nature, and I feel like I feel like I'm in my groove once I'm doing that. But yeah, just I just find little pockets throughout the day to kind of write and film, and usually I film my stuff after work, and I'll finish editing about like 9, just upload and do it again tomorrow, man.
So is it like what is your schedule like? Do you typically like to upload like once a day, or is it like kind of like 2 3 times a week, or
uh Man, I've been shooting for once a day. I've been pretty consistent with once a day for quite a while. Um, but it's kind of hard to keep the quality up if you're trying to post every day, especially with the type of content that I'm doing.
mm,
Because I'm not just talking to the camera; I'm trying to put together a story.
yeah,
Um, so it's kind of hard to do once a day. So I'll try to mix it up. But now I do find myself maybe uploading maybe 4 times a week. So I do need
dang,
some rest days or
four
where I can at
times.
least, yeah. But it's tough, man. And I know a lot of people say consistency is good and all that stuff, but I feel like people should really, you know, think about what you're creating, because if it's like, short films and stuff, that those take time. So it's, yes, it's about consistency, but quality is always going to win. And I feel like you learn that the more you kind of do this stuff.
Mm,
And so that's how I kind of went from posting 7 days a week to like 4. And then hopefully I can get down to like, I don't know, 3 possibly.
yeah. So I know you said with the storytelling, like is there some type of format that you have when you storytell? Because any vlogger say story is king, and it seems
Yeah.
like you're really killing the game when it comes to short form content, especially with how you put the what is it, like the 3 bars? You got a video at the top, the video at the middle, video at the bottom, and it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting, and very engaging. Like, do you feel like story is king, or you think people just should like kind of create what they feel?
Story's king, bro. You can
Yeah,
have the crappiest camera, crappiest audio, but if your story's good, people will watch.
yeah,
If your story makes sense and it touches someone the way you want it to touch them, or if you want them to laugh, story's always going to win. So I just kind of format it. I usually start off with. I'm known for like voiceovers. You always hear voiceovers on mine,
mm,
and so I'll kind of write that down and kind of let that tie. Like that's kind of like the platform of my story. My entire voiceover.
mm,
Um, from there, dude, I just kind of storyboard. Literally, just get a journal and just kind of create little small boxes, and just kind of that's when I start cutting my voiceover to each scene and just
mm,
kind of like start adding visuals to my voiceover.
yeah.
Um, and then from there, just go scouting for music that kind of relates to what I'm talking about, and then just put it all together.
And that's dope, man. Like, I know a lot of people typically, write everything down. Like, is it hard ever remembering your lines, or do you have to kind of keep like going over and over and over?
Oh man, it's it's hard. It's hard, dude. I thought about putting some blooper reels, man, because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure my neighbors probably think I'm crazy when I mess up. I'm just like shit,
yeah,
like yeah. So even the easiest line too, I can just look at the camera and be like, an introvert, and I'll
yeah,
just like
yeah.
mess up like 50 times, and yeah, it takes a lot of takes, but it's worth it once you finish, and it makes up for all the crap you had to go through.
And far as like the gear that you use, I'm a firm believer kind of using what you already have, and typically
Mhm.
that's with your phone. What
Yeah.
advice do you have to people that's trying to get into the content creation field that don't have nothing but their phone and kind of feel like they need the top camera, the top mic? Like, what did you start with when you first started?
I started with the pocket camera, bro. I have it right here actually. So uh, there's a pocket camera. If you don't know what a pocket camera is, it's DJI.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So I started with it. I shot my first wedding with this too. So just imagine someone pulling up to a wedding with
With
this. It
just
doesn't look good,
that.
but you got to work with what you have, man. So my advice for anybody is yeah, definitely use what you have. I actually was just gonna post a video, just kind of it had like a quote in it, and it said, "Aim for your goals to get what you need." So don't
Mhm.
focus on what you need. Eventually, once you focus on your goals, you'll get what you need eventually. So use what you have. Stories, quality is cool. Everybody wants. I want good quality. I want
Yeah.
better quality
Yeah.
than I do now, but quality is only going to take you so far. Your stories is what's really going to take you to the promised land, and then eventually, the equipment and stuff comes, and you got to get better before you want better equipment. You can't just because you have a I don't know a black magic camera or something like that doesn't
Mhm.
mean your content's going to be better, right?
Yeah.
So you got to start with what you have, and then eventually, it just kind of falls into place, man.
So I do want to kind of convert over to the TikTok aspect. It seems like
Mhm.
that you like TikTok a lot more than other, like kind of like social media platforms. What is it about TikTok that you like?
Man, I don't know. I'm starting to get into Instagram, man. So I just started consistently kind of reposting my stuff from TikTok to Instagram. I just wanted to focus on one platform when I first started taking things serious, and TikTok just happened to be the platform that I chose.
Mm.
Um, so it's nothing in particular that I chose TikTok. It just was the app that I had downloaded, and I just kind of started from there. But I feel like they're all equally as hard.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not easy
yeah, yeah.
to.
Yeah,
So
trust
there's
me.
there's no. I didn't choose TikTok because it was easier. I mean, I started from zero, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But yeah, so I mean, I'm venturing out now, so there was no particular reason. I already had TikTok and just chose it.
So I'm curious to know how do you feel about they're supposed to be banning TikTok or whatever. Like what is your how do you look at it? Because I know that's something
Ah,
that you really. I honestly just seen that you went viral on one of your videos. So how do you like kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
feel about that?
Man, I don't think about it too much, dude, because you got to have a mentality is if I did it once, I could do it again. So
Yeah.
if I did it once on TikTok, then I can, what's going to stop me from doing it again on Instagram? And I'm kind of glad that that kind of got brought up because it really forced me to venture out and start being more active on like IG and everything.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, man. I don't worry about it too much. Just try to keep a positive attitude and just if I did it once, I could do it again. So if we get there, then
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I agree with you. And
Yeah,
I want to talk a little more about the viral video that you had, the introvert video. Like tell me what was the mindset of that? Like did you think it was going to blow up like that before you posted it or it was just like one of those this is what I'm
yeah.
posting regular videos for the week or whatever?
Yeah, I think the more you post, I feel like as creators, I mean, you're a creator yourself. I feel
Yeah.
like everything we make, we're like, yeah, this is gonna go viral. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But I think I reached a point where I just kind of started to make things, and it just never crossed my mind that oh yeah, this is the one. So it was just honestly, I went through a point, man. If I'm being honest, to where because content creating is hard, man. It's
Yeah.
mentally draining, and then if you got a full time job and stuff, so it really got to a point where I kind of stopped falling. I stopped loving it. I felt like it was more of a chore.
Hmm.
Um, and at the time, I wasn't thinking about quitting or anything, but it was hard for me to kind of like have that passion. And when you don't have passion for something, it's not going to be good. And so I was just stuck for a little bit. But what kind of made me kind of go back to loving it was just to quit thinking about it so hard and just to I don't know, just to go out there and just do it right. Just stop worrying about like, is this one gonna hit? Is this one gonna hit? Is this one gonna
Hmm.
hit? Um, so yeah, man. Once I started kind of just taking it easy on myself and just literally just recording anything that just popped up in my mind, it just started to feel better. And it was during that time when the introvert idea popped up in my head.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like I feel like this is me, like
Yeah.
I need to start making more videos about like myself. It's kind of like making the unpopular popular. No one
Mm.
wants to be no
Yeah.
one wants to be
Yeah.
an introvert.
Yeah.
And now everybody wants to be a freaking introvert.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um, but yeah, man. So it just kind of hit perfect. It was I was in the mindset of just learning to love it again, and thank God I woke up, man, and I was just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
like this
It
shit
went
just
crazy.
blew up.
Have you
Yeah,
got like a lot of feedback from people, far as, because of course you're a filmmaker, like how people, hey Josh, can you record for me? Do you like have a business, a videography business, production company or anything?
here and there, I'll get some people. Even before this TikTok video that I made, I would get some, like local businesses asking me for stuff like that. Um, but yeah, with this one, I definitely got a lot more just small businesses and a lot of partnerships, man. So you might start seeing a lot of some brand partnership posts that I'm
Mm.
starting to get in the email. So it's a lot of opportunities. But yeah, I mean, whenever you go viral, you get noticed, and there's always good things that come from it. So yeah, a lot of feedback, positive and um, yeah, I mean, it's just all positive, man.
Yeah.
There is some haters in the comments,
Yeah, of
but
course. No question. No question. No
but to
question.
anybody that's watching, yes, I'm an introvert. I am. I'm not just trying to fit in. I made the video for myself, and it just happened to work. So just simple as that.
And with the brand deals, because I don't really see a lot of people get brand deals on TikTok. Like, how does that even work? Like, because any people that I
Yeah,
watch, they typically just post their own content. So, how exactly does that work?
man, it's kind of hard to explain, man. Usually brand deals, they just reach out to you, man. So
Okay.
my only recommendation to people is if that's what you're looking for, just have your email on your bio, and I mean, if they'll reach out to you, that's pretty much it. I've never found myself reaching out to anybody. At when I first started, I would kind of email like different companies and stuff to see maybe if they had some partnerships available.
Mm.
Um, but I just stopped doing it. Got tired of being left on red.
Yeah. Trust me.
But yeah, so I just stopped, man. And my first major brand deal was with Dawn Soap. So I
Oh,
got
okay.
Dawn Soap, and I never reached out to them, so they found me. Then after Dawn Soap, I got Gillette. So I don't really. There's no formula, dude. The only thing is just post your work. Be consistent, and if your work's good, it'll pay off.
And I just want to know, what advice would you give to a young creator that's up and coming and trying to make it in the content creation field?
My best advice is to be you, man. I feel like don't compare yourself to others. It's very common in the social media environment world to compare yourself to others, especially when you're creating content like yourself. Because I mean, there's times where I post content and I'll go look at some other person's page and be like, "Damn, my shit sucks, man."
Yeah, 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 I get
and
you.
and you can't do that, and it's human nature, So just compare yourself to yourself. Don't just prove yourself. You're not out here to prove anything to anybody but yourself. So just kind of have that mentality. Keep and just be humble and just be yourself. Because if you're yourself, people catch that. People notice that, and just kind of build your own brand. Like quit trying to fit in. Just do yourself. Eventually something's gonna happen once you just continue to be yourself.
Yeah, and
So
I totally agree with you on that, because I'm that type of person. You know, they say comparison is the still of joy, and
yeah,
I post content and I look at it and I'm like, man, Josh wouldn't do this. Like, Josh wouldn't do that.
yeah,
So I'm like, you kind of want to everybody, like you say, everybody wants to have that viral moment or whatever.
hmm
So I totally get where you're coming from. And I just think that I wish people would kind of like show where they came from and where they're
yeah,
started to where they're at now, because a lot of creators that I watch, they don't show that. And people feel like once they actually do start, this is where they're going to instantly be or whatever. So, but anything you would like to say to the people, anything that's up and coming from you, things we need to look forward to or whatever?
Yeah, man. Something new. I mean, I'm working on some. Sorry, I'm working on
Nah, it's fine.
some a storyboard, man. So hopefully, this is probably like months in the making, but eventually, I do plan on helping a lot of people out. Making a like a journal, but formatting it kind of like how I create my own storyboards, like 9 by 16 little.
Mm-hmm.
You can draw little characters in them. So hopefully, I can have that, finished and up on the market. You can go get it or whatever. But I'll have more information once I get a little bit closer on that. Anything else, man? Maybe some possible, hopefully, some brand opportunities with
Yeah.
this video. So I'm still waiting for it to finish, and I do have some really good content that's supposed to be coming out. That's kind of pre-recorded, so super excited about that. I feel like I'm on a new wave of ideas, and I'm just excited to kind of feed the people and trying to build that kind of community.
Do you have like, have you ever thought about getting like into courses to kind of show people exactly your step by step process of creating videos?
Yeah, man. I really thought about it. I eventually I am. So I want to finish that 1 year before I actually, do my journal or do the courses. So my year is going to be in September. So if you ask me again in September, then I'll be a little bit more into detail about like the courses and stuff. But yeah, man, I would love to do that. I love teaching.
Hmm.
I mean, I learned from other people, so I'm not a gatekeeper, man.
Okay, yeah, trust me, I understand. So, where can they find you at on social media? Instagram, Snapchat. Just let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, I don't have a Snapchat, not yet. So maybe I can make one of those. But just Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they all have the same handle. It's Josh Diaz Films. So yeah, just go follow me, and I hope you enjoy. I have some solid stuff coming out, man, and I do appreciate you having me. This is pretty
Yeah,
cool, man. So I
yeah,
hope that you find success, and I see your work too, man. Your work's dope, man. I really
yeah.
like it.
I'm trying,
Yeah.
man. I'm trying. It's hard to stay consistent because I work a 12-hour shift. So
Oh, okay.
when I get home trying to do this and record, it just becomes a lot. So, but I really appreciate it. It lets me know that somebody's actually watching. So,
Yeah, I saw the one. You were like looking at a trunk or so. Like you, it started off with you getting I think your camera out of the trunk of
oh
your
yeah, the
car.
car
What was the
haven.
name of
Yeah,
that?
the car haven that I created.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. See, bro, like that kind of stuff I can relate to because like I feel like my car is my second home, man. So,
exactly,
you,
exactly.
yeah, so that's the level you got to have, and yeah, that was a killer video, bro. I really do appreciate that. So just keep doing those, and I guarantee you it'll take off
Yes, sir, brother. I appreciate it.
for
So
sure.
I'm gonna leave all his information down below in the show notes if you want to follow him on social media. Man, like I said, I really thank you for hopping on the podcast because this is something that's uncomfortable for me. So I'm trying to step out my comfort zone
Yeah, yeah,
to, try something different and get an insight on some of these people, favorite creators, or just people that's doing something positive in the world. And like I said, your
yeah,
content is very positive. I don't see anything negative. And like I said, I can feel and tell your personality through your content, and that's good. It lets me know that
yeah.
this is genuine and you actually take your time with it. So yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and go follow Josh on social media. Like I said, he's a very dope dude, and he's funny, man. I think you'll really enjoy his content. So, all right, guys, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.